Are you looking to explore Canada this year but unsure where to start? In this video, I'll share the must-see spots from each region based on my 15 years of travel experience and 37 years of being a Canadian. Whether you're looking for family-friendly activities or adventurous outings, I got you covered. Western Canada. Let's start with one of the most iconic Canadian pictures, Moraine Lake, from the heart of the Canadian Rockies in Banff National Park, Alberta. As Canada's oldest national park, it's where those classic Canadian mountain scenes come to life. And it's accessible to anybody, with pathways, easy trails, and gondolas to reach some of the best sights. For the more adventurous, though, there are plenty of alpine hikes and endless outdoor activities. Or, if you are looking for a more relaxing experience, the town of Banff is so quintessentially Canadian, with good dining, shopping, and hot springs. Heading north out of Banff is truly one of the most scenic drives in the world, the Icefields Parkway. And at the end of the Icefields Parkway, you will reach your next destination, Jasper National Park, which is like Banff's wilder, more relaxed sibling, often with fewer crowds. Jasper is home to some of the most beautiful hikes and sights that I have ever seen. Sadly, though, Jasper did suffer from a major fire last year, so it will look a bit different, but it is still open for visitors, and now more than ever, it needs your support. Alright, let's switch from the mountain air to the Pacific breeze. We're heading west to my favorite city, Vancouver, BC. Vancouver has it all, with world-class dining and shopping in the downtown core, surrounded by sleek high-rises, lush green parks, and the Pacific Ocean is right there, just framing it all. It's a city where you can be skiing in the mountains one day and then ocean kayaking the next. One of my favorite activities to take in the city views is renting a bike or rollerblading the seawall around Stanley Park. You can then grab some great food and shop the local vendors at Granville Island Market. A short ferry ride from the mainland and you'll arrive on Vancouver Island, full of rugged coastlines for hiking, ancient forests to admire, beaches to relax at, and charming towns to explore, like the Victorian capital of Victoria. From the harbor, you can hop on a whale-watching tour or start your drive to Tofino, the iconic Canadian surf town where storm watching in the winter is almost as popular as the surfing. Another stunning drive up the Sea to Sky Highway and you'll find yourself in the world-class mountain resort town of Whistler, BC, which has actually become more popular in the summertime with its endless trails of epic mountain biking and panoramic viewpoints that will steal your breath away. Or spend the day shopping with a mixture of boutique and high-end stores in the pedestrian village. And of course, if you are there during the winter, Whistler is an incredible ski resort that competes with the best in the world. We're now shifting gears and heading into the prairies of Canada, where the landscape whispers tales of prehistoric giants. I'm talking about dinosaurs. Now, if you're a parent with young kids, you have to visit Alberta Badlands and Drumheller, famous for its unique landscapes and being rich in dinosaur fossils. There, your little ones can enjoy the fossil treasures at the Royal Tyrrell Museum or wander among the strange mushroom-shaped hoodoos sculpted by wind and time. Traveling further east, you'll experience the breathtaking expanse of the prairies in Grasslands National Park, Saskatchewan. Picture yourself under an endless sky as you stroll through the rolling hills and watch majestic bison grazing in a sea of grass. And later on, when night falls in this dark sky preserve, you'll witness a celestial display so brilliant you'll be shocked to see how many stars there really are. But if grass isn't your cup of tea, why not head to the polar bear capital of the world, Churchill, Manitoba, where you can have a thrilling adventure seeing magnificent Arctic predators in their natural habitat, especially in autumn, or kayak alongside curious beluga whales during the summer months. Churchill is also a birdwatcher's paradise and one of the best places to view the northern lights. If you're enjoying this video, give it a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos I post. Central Canada. Did you know that approximately 22% of Canada is French-speaking and that both English and French are our official languages? Well, I'm quite fond of our friendly Francophone family in our French province of Quebec, and that's where we're heading next. First up is Montreal, Quebec, a cosmopolitan and cultural hub. Get lost exploring diverse neighborhoods from the historic charm of Old Montreal to the trendy Plateau neighborhood. Discover world-class art, soak in the lively atmosphere, and taste the city's unique blend of cultures. It's full of activities and events for every kind of person and at every time of the year. And don't forget to grab a famous Montreal bagel and a jug of maple syrup while you're there, since 90% of Canada's maple syrup comes from Quebec. But if heritage and history are more your style, and you want to feel like you've crossed the Atlantic into Europe, you have to visit Quebec City. Wander the cobblestone streets lined with century-old stone buildings, the Grand Chateau Frontenac, watching over the St. Lawrence River. I mean, it's a city steeped in history and romance, with a vibrant French-Canadian heart. And for a very Canadian experience, visit during Winter Carnival to see how the locals embrace winter and truly make the most of it. Another iconic Canadian treasure and one of the most popular tourist destinations in Canada is Niagara Falls, a natural spectacle located on the southern border of Ontario. You can view the waterfalls from the ground or even from above in a helicopter. But if you want to experience them up close, you can feel the trembling roar and be surrounded by the mist while you ride a boat tour right up to the base of the most powerful waterfall in North America. If you've ever traveled abroad as a Canadian and strangers have tried to guess where you're from, there's a good chance they said Toronto. And they were probably right, because yes, it is our largest city, and there's a lot to do here. You can head up the CN Tower and view the sprawling city below, and then later explore the eclectic vibe of Kensington Market or the Distillery District. If you're looking for entertainment, there is no shortage of events, shows, and numerous professional sports games to attend. Or, for a change of pace, a short ferry ride takes you to the peaceful Toronto Islands. And of course, you can't forget the nation's capital, Ottawa. There's a sense of history while you explore or attend free yoga on Parliament Hill, which is home to the Canadian government. Check out the impressive national museums that tell the country's stories and are home to extensive collections of art. And in winter, experience the unique Canadian tradition of skating on the Rideau Canal, when it's transformed into the world's largest skating rink at 7.8 kilometers long. Many people even avoid traffic on their daily commute by using the canal to skate to work each day, which is probably the most Canadian thing ever. Atlantic Canada. We are now on the other side of Canada, the Atlantic side, where one of my biggest bucket list destinations is Newfoundland's Gros Morne National Park, a place of geological marvels where you'll find fjords that will make you feel like you're in Norway instead of Canada. The biggest and best of these is the Western Brook Pond. Take a hike through the tablelands to experience a truly unique geological landscape. Or, the most adventurous can climb up to the peak of Gros Morne Mountain to take in the sweeping panoramic views. Or just hang out in town and explore St. John's, the vibrant capital of Newfoundland, where brightly painted jelly bean row houses climb the hillsides and Signal Hill stands guard over the harbor. And if you time it right, journey along Iceberg Alley in the late spring or early summer, witnessing colossal ancient icebergs just drifting silently down from the Arctic, just coming to say hi before they eventually melt. Another item on my Canadian bucket list is to road trip the world-renowned Cabot Trail in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Weaving through the hillside with the vast Atlantic Ocean stretching out beside you, dipping into charming fishing villages tucked into coves, it's especially beautiful to drive during the autumn when the leaves are changing color. And, don't forget to stop and get out of the car to hike the many trails in Cape Breton Highlands National Park for an even more breathtaking perspective. Another natural wonder for you to visit are the highest tides on Earth, which are in the Bay of Fundy, bordering New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. You can walk on the ocean floor around the base of the massive Hopewell Rocks at low tide, knowing that just hours later, the water will be up to 16 meters higher than your head. And these tides can carry huge amounts of fish, plankton, and krill, making it a prime location to hop on a whale watching tour. After the world's highest tides, we'll head over Canada's longest bridge to Prince Edward Island, our smallest province. Discover the historic heart of Charlottetown, where Canada as a nation began. Then journey to the beaches of Cavendish and the Green Gables Heritage Place, letting yourself be charmed by the setting that inspired Ellen Montgomery's beloved Anne stories, a classic Canadian read. Or tee up a golf ball on the many golf courses on the island. The North. If all these recommendations so far have sounded too typical and too touristy, well, these next ones are going to be much different. If you're looking for a dose of Canada's raw, untamed beauty, then I present Yukon's Kluane National Park and Reserve. This is home to Canada's highest peak, Mount Logan, rising above the world's largest non-polar ice fields, stretching as far as the eye can see. Imagine hiking in valleys carved by glaciers or flight seeing over this vast frozen wilderness. Venture deeper into the wilderness of the Northwest Territories' Nahanni National Park Reserve, a UNESCO site accessible primarily by water or charter plane. Whitewater raft down the mighty Nahanni River, ranked by National Geographic as one of the top 20 tourist adventures in the world. And then take in the spectacular Virginia Falls. I mean, if you thought Niagara was big, this is almost twice the height. And finally, I have saved the most epic for last. This park is home to some of the most rugged and awe-inspiring landscapes on the planet. My ultimate wish destination: to experience the stark beauty of the Arctic in A'uituk National Park on Nunavut's Baffin Island. Trek through the Akshayuk Pass, a challenging route through a monumental U-shaped valley flanked by glaciers and towering granite peaks, including the mighty Mount Thor. This is for the true adventurous spirits. And if you're still not yet convinced that Canada is worth a visit, well, this overview is just the beginning. To help you explore the unique attractions in each region more thoroughly, I've created a playlist of past videos featuring many of these places, and you can watch them right here.